Okay, don't hang up. Who shot her? It's a man.
July 9th, 1998, a frantic call from someone nearby 14th Street and McDowell.
You could tell it had happened just then, potentially witness to it.
I need to know who shot her. We're trying to look for a suspect on our way there.
While the witness saw a man running from the scene, that was the last time he'd be seen for decades. The victim, identified as 28-year-old mother Sarah Carr, dead from a gunshot wound to her face.
The scene in this sense was horrific. You direct a gun at someone's face and pull the trigger, you're intentionally doing that.
Phoenix Police Sergeant Rob Shear says they learned the suspect and victim were in some kind of argument when she was shot and quickly got a solid lead. The man who allegedly killed her went by the nickname G.
We knew who it was, we just didn't know what that person's name was. Kind of a different element that, really you don't see things like that.
His face haunted investigators for years until new investigative techniques led to their team uncovering his real identity in 2016 as now 58-year-old Javier Lorenzano-Nunez. Detectives learned he had been living in California, then Mexico after the murder and had dozens of identities. This week, after years of working with international authorities, Nunez was extradited back to Arizona, now facing first-degree murder charges. Sarah's sister knowing there's a celebration from above.
I think she's dancing in heaven right now.
But more than just gratitude is honor.
They didn't think justice was going to come for them and their family.
Because of that, one of Sarah's children, her son Garrett, becoming a police officer himself, working in Austin, Texas.
That feeling I had of I would never get justice, it was something I didn't want other people to feel.
Now, finally getting to experience what he gives so many others.
I know she's super proud of Garrett and all of her kids. They're all doing really well.
Now, as for what led to the argument and a motive for murder, Phoenix police says Nunez refused to speak in his interview after arrest, providing no extra details. So they're still working to try to piece together that whole part of the story. Of course, their hope is that this goes to a first-degree murder trial, and that's where we would learn a lot more.
Wow, that's a lot for the family to take in.
Yes, but it's what they've been wanting for so many decades and truly thought that they weren't going to get. So it's one of those stories that does have somewhat of a happy ending despite the circumstances.
Yeah, the unknown is always the problem for these families when it comes to closure.
Right.